All right then.
Yeah, I was just giving
All right.
a brief
I would like to
bio.
present my thank you very much, Mr. Kevin.
Fine, go
Thank you
ahead.
very much, Mr. Kevin. Thank you everyone on the call. My name is 𝐸𝐊𝐒. I'm really sorry for the timing. It's because we have a very terrible network, but I'm someone that doesn't like giving excuses. I had to call your CEO to leave my house to come somewhere else to make sure this is happening today. And trust me, the little time you're going to spend on this call, you're going to be so excited. And you're going to learn a lot. Okay, I just need you to get your pen, your paper, and we can dive in. I think you can allow me present. If you allow me present my boy, let's get this started so we can um, if you can hear me, I'd like to know where everyone is calling in from or connecting from. Please put it in the chat box. I'm in Lagos, Nigeria. I would like to know where you are all connecting from. Um, Hello, Kevin. Can you hear me? Kelvin?
Yes, I can hear you. You are loud and clear, and you are
Okay,
allowed
then.
to present.
All right, thank you. Okay. It's just I'm not allowed to share my screen yet. I need to share my screen. How do you give me the host so I can share my screen with you? I would like you to hand me over the host so I can share my screen because that button is not it's not showing here.
Baba, can you kindly allow Mayowa to share the screen? Alu, someone is helping you to so that you are able to share the screen.
All right. So before now, I'm just gonna give you like a really short gist. Okay. So like we're going to be learning today what entrepreneurship mindset is. It's a never giving up mindset. It's a never die mindset. I could just easily have told um, the CEO that I was not going to be available again today because network is really terrible and I don't like doing low quality stuff, right? But then I had to leave my house. That's the first thing you need to know. As an entrepreneur, you don't give up. You don't say it's not working. You need to try and keep trying again. That's the first thing about mindset. You need to have a winner's mindset. If you don't have a winner's mindset, then you're not ready to be an entrepreneur and you're not ready to win at anything in life. All right, you're not ready to win at anything in life. All right, I'm still trying to see. Okay, now I can present my screen now.
Okay.
Okay, yes, thank you. All right. If you can see my screen, I want you to put some 111 in the chat box. If you can see my screen properly, can you see my screen?
I can't.
Can you
I
see my
cannot see it
screen?
yet. I'm not. Yeah, now we can see it. We can see it.
Okay, if you can see my screen, I want you to put a 111 in the chat box. Put a 111 in the chat box if you can see my screen very clearly. Okay, thank you very much for doing that. All right, so like I said, um, first thing to become an entrepreneur or to become somebody who is going to be great in life is you need to do great things. You need to push. Okay, you need to push, and for you to push, it requires a force. And for you to have that force, you need to have a mindset that drives that force. Without these things, then you're not ready to push, you're not ready to move. All right, because every motion requires that force. All right, and that force can be either physical or it could be spiritual or it could be psychological. Okay, that's why you see where an elephant is tied down to a tree, and after like 5 years of releasing that elephant, the elephant still thinks it's tied down. All right, today you'll be understanding the key traits and mindset required to succeed as an entrepreneur. All right, my name is um, 𝐸𝐊𝐒. But before we continue, please switch off your phones, turn off your cameras. Feel free to type any questions you might have in the chat box. Your questions will be entertained. There's going to be a Q&A session after. And this is going to be the best thing you've ever joined today and you've ever listened to today. All right. So, what are we going to be covering in this meeting? It's the entrepreneurial mindset. You're building resilience. You're having adaptability. Okay. And also, I'm going to be showing you the importance of continuous learning. As an entrepreneur, you need to keep learning. If you stop the moment you stop learning, you start dying. It's as simple as that. There is no other trickster, or there is no other how would I put that thing? There is no other way. There's no other curve. There's no other spelling, or there's no other abbreviation you can give to um, learning continuously. You've seen so many people. I'm a Christian. If you see so many people in the Bible, and you see so many people in Africa, you see so many people in Nigeria that they kept on reading, because for you to advance to the next stage, you need to feel. If you don't fill up every time you bring out a virtue out of you, just like after I finish this call now, I am going to have a retreat to read again, to get better again, because this is not where life stops. Okay, so it's very, very um, pertinent for you to take those things very serious and embrace failure. A lot of people don't like to fail. First thing is, if you don't like to fail, then you're not ready to succeed, because a lot of millionaires and billionaires in life, for them to attain the billionaire status, have lost millions. Is somebody going with me? For you to, can you hear me, Kevin?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello.
You're loud.
For you to attain any form of level in life, you need to have failed. All right, you need to have failed in any sector you might have been in. You need to have failed a little bit, like there is a little bit of challenge. When I say failure, I don't mean you need to have almost died, you need to have lost so much money, but I mean there are challenges that beat you down. But one thing you don't want to do as an entrepreneur is to stay down. Entrepreneurs never give up. Entrepreneurs never stay down. Entrepreneurs never stay down. All right. I'm trying to go to the next. Okay, so my name is Ali Oluwamayowa. All right. I'm the CEO of Inside Entrepreneurs Nigeria. It's a franchise that helps people, come out of poverty, elevate ourselves from the point of knowledge. All right. Knowledge is the principal thing. In all that getting, get understanding. Because with understanding, rooms are filled. With knowledge, you can, you can do almost anything with knowledge. But then without action, the knowledge will not get you anywhere. Action is the principal thing. Action is the principal thing, and action is wisdom. It takes wisdom for you to do things, because wisdom is a verb, it's an action word. Wisdom is an action word, it's not just a noun. All right, so like I said, I'm a financial freedom engineer, and I help people become a better version of themselves from the point of knowledge in a very busy world. The world is so busy, and people are going up and down doing different things. But how you can, bring yourself out of that busy world, and you know, um, how would I put it now? How you can um, concentrate your energy, because this world, all we do is we push energy out, we push energy out, we push energy out, and energy can never be created or destroyed. So when you're an entrepreneur and things begin to be very hard, all you need to do is take that energy and divert into something else. Oh, your boyfriend or your girlfriend rejected you, it's a redirection. Oh, your best friend you're doing business with says she's not doing business with you again, it's a redirection. All you need to do is take that energy and transfer it into something else, and you're going to make more money. You're going to become a better person. All right. Okay. So the next slide is why was I invited? Why am I taking this particular topic on this particular day? Is because I've developed this resilient heart. I've developed records. Okay. Everything you're going to hear in this webinar is an experience of my life. In the past 5 years is my experience, and I've worked with different multinationals, business locally and globally. All right. Currently, I'm an engineer. I work in an oil and gas conglomerate in Nigeria, and I have generated over $300,000 in revenue in my last 4 years. All right. These are my socials. You can follow me on Instagram, Jesui Mayawa, LinkedIn, Ali Oluwamayawa, and whatnot. Okay. You can follow me on those pages. So let's go into the first thing for today. In the next 30 minutes, I want you to give me your own divided attention. I want you to give me your own divided attention. All right, get a piece of paper. Let me tell you something, right? So I'm this kind of person that my brain is so um photographic that when you show me numbers or when you tell me anything, I pick it once and I apply it once, right? But I found out that the faintest pen is better than the best brain. All right, that is why you need to write some things down. When you write things down, it sticks longer. There's more retention when you write things down. That's why he said sometimes the pen can be mightier than the sword. All right. So today we're going to be talking about three things. It's just three things. Building resilience and adaptability. Okay. We're going to be talking about the importance of continuous learning. We're looking at how I was able to lose over $300,000 and I was able to rebuild back. We're going to be seeing how continuous learning helped me close more sales. See how continuous learning helped me build capacity to get to the next level of my life, even after I'd lost a lot of money. So we're talking about building resilience. We're going to be talking about um, the definition of resilience and adaptability. You know something about Africans? Africans are people that they adapt a lot. Put an African in a box. He's going to adapt into that box. Put him in a very big ocean. He's going to adapt into that ocean. That's how an African is. They adapt and they are very resilient. That is why when you go to the top nations in the world, you see that they are the best people. They are taking over everywhere. They're taking over everywhere. So all I want to advise you today is resilience. You need to build resilience. So what exactly is resilience? What exactly do you think I mean when I say resilience? I always tell somebody that resilience is a gift more than it is a skill. It is a gift to humans to get to the next level, to birth the next generation, to birth the next direction. All right, it's a gift. Now, I defined resilience here as the ability to bounce back from setbacks. The ability to bounce back from setbacks. All right, so like I said, I'd lost. So I started a business in 20. That was 2020. I wanted to do real estate, but then I know I went into forex. At the end of the day, I went to forex. I was selling forex packages to a lot of people, and I was one of the um, what would I call it now? Youngest man or youngest individual in the middle of so many adults that achieved a lot and they've built resilience over time. But then what helped me to break those challenges and keep going was the fact that I had so much energy and I had so much never giving up attitude. Okay. And this can be seen from when you are young. It can be seen in you from when you're. I can tell somebody that this person is going to have resilience. I can tell somebody that this person, when he grows up, it's as little as you are given an assignment and you don't sleep. I'm telling you, you don't sleep until you do the assignment. You're given a project at work. You don't sleep until you're done with that work. You are given, if you check your children, you see some of them, they say they want to become the first in class. Oh, they even give them second. You're supposed to go home and say, oh, thank God, you came second. Oh, that's a wonderful thing. But you see some kids, they're never enough. They're never okay. They're never satisfied with whatever they have. They're never satisfied. They always want more. They always want to go higher and higher and higher. And adaptability is the ability to adjust. Okay, to adjust to changing circumstances. If you look at the world right now, a lot of things are going on, a lot of inflation in the different parts of the world. But then, I can tell you for free, then the people never really give up. People are not giving up. People are still going further. They're still creating things, right? They're still creating things, and that is what I want you to do. Go ahead, build resilience. These are qualities that entrepreneurs need to succeed. Those challenges are going to be so big. They're going to look so wild. All right, but It takes you maintaining a positive attitude in the midst of those challenges to build resilience. If you don't have a positive attitude, there are so many books for you to read on, positive thinking. I think is this I've forgotten that book. I know there's a book on positive thinking. After this call, I probably remember. All right, go ahead and read those things. Have mentors. Have people that you are looking at. Don't just have your mates. Okay, if you're just succeeding in the middle of your mates, trust me, your resilience level is gonna churn off very soon. You should have people that have gone way ahead of you. It's going to even help you believe more in yourself and say, oh, people have already attained this particular position, and I'm going to attain it. Okay, right? Are you with me? If you are enjoying this so far, I want you to put a 2 in the chat box. Put enjoy, 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 enjoy. Now I'm going to share with you um some successful entrepreneurs who have overcome obstacles. I'm going to tell you about their stories. For example, Aligo Dankote is a businessman. He has had so many business failures in the past. Political instability and funding challenges have crippled his business. Now they've turned Aligo Dangote to a motivational speaker, because now they're kind of attacking his business. The traction he used to get at his business is no more getting it, and now he's coming out to tell the whole world what is really going on. Okay, so Dangote started with Dan Tata, and he was from Dan Tata family, and then you know he didn't start poor per se, but when he started, things were not so easy for him. He had to borrow money from his friend, his uncle. His uncle gave him some money, started with that, and started expanding into new markets, started investing in infrastructure, started investing in technology. Now he has one of the single train largest producing oil refinery in Nigeria, in Africa, in the world. It has gone that far. These are people that they've created solutions. Okay, for you to be called an entrepreneur, there must be a problem that you are solving. Otedola is friend to, you know, these are people that, they were there from the beginning. Okay, so I highlighted some things. Early life of Dangote was he was born in 1957 in Kano, and then he was the grandson of a successful trader. He was raised in a business-oriented family. You might not be from a business-oriented family, but a business-oriented family can come from you if you are willing to be the first risk taker. Being an entrepreneur comes with so much risk, and the reason why a lot of people don't want to go that route is because they want the freedom, they want enjoyment, they want the travel, they want they want the money, they want the social life, they want the status. But then, are you willing to pay that price? Resilience is one of the prices you're going to pay. Adaptability. Things might not go your way the way you plan it. Okay, so for example, I had some clients that there's a lady that wanted to give me about $50,000, to do business one time, and we had already sat down together. You know, I didn't. In fact, that night I made sure I pressed my clothes, put some mad crazy gators on the clothes. Very very interesting. I put some mad gators on the clothes. Took her to one of the most expensive hotels, the island in Lagos, and then we sat down there. We talked, we laughed. She was like, "Okay, no problem. I'm gonna give you $50,000." But at the end of the day, she didn't give me that money. But then I still adapted. I still built resilience. That did not stop me from chasing the next client down. Okay, so just like Dangote was born in 1957, started trading commodities at the age of 21. You might be 35 right now. You might be 40 years old right now on this call. You might be 10-year old right now on this call. But then, you can build your life. You can build your legacy. That is what entrepreneurship gives you. He founded Dangote Group in 1981, initially trading in cement, and currently now he's doing sugar, he's doing rice, diversified into manufacturing, oil and gas, and real estate. Because, for example, you cannot do refinery without doing real estate. Because what? If the land is currently staying on was bought about $100 million. He bought the land about $100 million. So entrepreneurship, there is no way you say you want to be an entrepreneur that you will not need to expand. You will not need to build a force that will make you better. Now, like I said, he moved to doing oil and gas, and now he's one of the Africa's richest persons in life. But then, if you want to go very far, you need to dig very deep. And for you to dig very deep, you need to build that gift called resilience. You need to build it because most times when you're digging down, I don't know if there are farmers on this call. If you're digging foundation, or if you're a builder on this call, or you're trying to dig something, there are always forces that won't let you dig that far. You want to dig gold. You're in
Ali,
Rwanda, you're in local Nigeria, you're in Jos. Can you hear me?
Ali,
Hello.
we can hear you very well, and we appreciate that you the presentation so far, and you're giving a case study for Dangote. But then I just wanted to remind
Yes.
you that we we have about 28 minutes, so we have to try to make it at least
Round up very fast.
to
Okay.
touch all the places. And perhaps I could pose a
Okay.
question in line with what you're presenting. You have
Okay.
worked since 2020, and there was COVID-19, where
Mm-hmm.
resilience
Yeah.
really came into place for. But those who had no resilience, actually businesses went downtown. So
Mm-hmm.
my question is,
Yeah,
how
went
do
downtown.
for aspiring entrepreneurs, how do you stay, for example, you, from your personal experience, how have you stayed adaptable for COVID and the constantly changing market landscape? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, that's a very good question. What I did was when in 2020, I was there to do real estate. Let's break it down there. So I was going to do real estate in 2020, and then um, real estate didn't work for me. So what I did is, if you look at the world right now, there is so much money on the internet. Once you have a phone, once you have the camera of that phone is working pretty well, and you have internet, you can make money from every goddamn place on the planet Earth. And that was what I took into, that was what I took into motion, and I started doing all of those things. I started making sure that I had my phone, appeared more on videos, went to YouTube. Now YouTube is paying people $5,000 per month. You know, people is paying $1,000 per month. Once you start with what do you call it? Once you have like close to like 1,000 subscribers, you are going to start getting paid. You understand? So that was what I did. That was the adaptability. That was the turn I took, to making sure that I was able to adapt with the times. Because since COVID-19, a lot of business, physical business, are not thriving the way they used to try. And what people are doing now is they don't even have shops anymore. What they have is their laptops, their computers, and they are making a lot of money. You understand what I'm saying? So that is just what I believe a lot of you on this call should be doing. Build that your business online. Take it online. Go to YouTube, learn a lot of stuff, look for how to do things at a minimal level without using entertainment. People are looking for organized knowledge. People are looking for go 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 go. I don't know even if you watch Dr. Apoki Charles. I like that man very well. He's one of my mentors right now. I was on a call with him yesterday. So what you do right now, things from the comfort of your house that you don't need to look for for people up and down. There are people on the internet looking for the product that you have. Thank you very much.
Uh,
Hello?
Thank you. I can hear you.
Hello?
Mayowa, we can hear you well. Hello,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Can I continue?
Yes, please continue. Continue. In a continuation, you
Can
can
I
also.
continue? All right. So
Mayowa, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. And in connection with your response, you can also touch on, as we speak, there are people, participants here who are employees of companies, but they want to become their own self entrepreneurs. As you respond, just tell us, how did you
Thank
manage
you very much. I like that question.
to flip the employment mindset to entrepreneur mindset? Kindly.
Thank you very much. So I'll take it down to as far back as 2019, right? I like to share my story a lot because it's who I am. It's very very interesting, right? Very 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 interesting. Just 1 second, please. Okay, just 1 second, please. All right, so I like to share my story a lot because it's quite interesting. So what I did in 2019 was I was working with this oil and gas company in up to 2019, 2020 when the COVID started. So what I did then was I left my work. The reason why I left my work was because I was starting to make more money. So somebody had reached out to me, which is my aunt, had reached out to me in 2019 about a business that is called network marketing. And I had started doing that thing while I was working. So a lot of people, you're currently working and you want to move out of your jobs, don't ever leave your job and say you're looking for entrepreneurship without having 6 months of savings, 6 months of um, backup funds that you want to use to push yourself and your business, and you can make sure that you are eating and everything. So what I did was after I had that money, after I started making money from the business, because she introduced me to the business. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Continue,
Hello.
continue.
So after she introduced me to the business, what I did was when I started making money enough to be able to have a 6 month saving, and then I left the work. It was not a very easy thing, but I'm this kind of person that I realized I learned very early in life that um, what you call that thing, that one source of income is never enough. So if you want to move to another business, you want to have a business while you are working, it's not an easy thing to do because your employer have given you money and they expect that you give them 100% at work. But then your business must not suffer and your work must not suffer. So what you have to do is put systems and structures in place that will help you organize that. What I'm trying to say now is once you put systems and structures in place that can help you organize this thing, it makes work really easy for you. It makes work really straightforward for you. So what I did was to employ somebody when I started making a lot of money. But before then, you know, entrepreneurship comes with sole proprietorship. You are the accountant, you are the dustbin thrower, you are the lawyer of your business, you are everything to your
Hello,
business, and it can be quite task. Yes, can you hear
hello,
me?
sir. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. I just want
Can
to
you hear
say
me?
thank you for
Yes,
giving
I can
us.
hear you.
Yeah,
Can
I
you
can
hear me?
hear you. I said thank you. I'm one of the moderator actually. I want to say thank you for giving us an insight or what
Okay.
entrepreneurial mindset is, for
Whoa.
making us understand that the goal should be like a driving spirit for you, as that failure is never an answer. It shouldn't be an answer. It shouldn't be what stop you from becoming who you want to be. So
Yes,
I before I
please.
ask my question, I just want to let the attendees know that I dropped uh, a a link for a WhatsApp group that will give an easy access for us all to have information on the certificate. My question here is
Okay.
my question here is, what is your view on failure? Like, what specific lesson do you have for us on failure, and how what failure have teach you so far in your businesses and life as a whole?
Thank you. Thank you very much for that question. That's a very, very good question. I'd even prepared embracing failure as part of the journey. Now, I want you to know that 90% or even up to 70% of people that start their business or startups, they fail and they fail woefully. But one thing I want you to know is that failure is part of that journey. In fact, failure is what I define as success in progress. It's not just failure. Most of the times our definitions is what kills us. The way we define things, we go to dictionary and we look at or maybe from childhood they're giving us this particular definition of failure. But failure is progress, is success in progress. So I've had many times where after I lost this money, I even lost people died and all these things, while I was doing the business. But one thing that I have realized is it's failure is a learning opportunity, it's a redirection opportunity. If you look at people like Jeff person in Joku or Peroko TV. We like people like Adenike or let's say Rough and Tumble. There were times when they went to the bank to borrow so much money. We're looking at and all this money just went down the drain. But then what failure has done for me in overall, what failure has done for me has given me valuable learning opportunities. It has made me realize that things can be done 1,000 ways. All right. It has helped me develop
Thank
that
you so much for
perseverance
that.
and the resilience. So
Thank
that's
you so
one thing
much.
I
Hello,
need
can
to
you hear me,
realize that
sir?
failure is part of it. I can hear you loud and clear. Can you
Hello,
hear
can you
me?
hear me, sir? Thank you so much. Yes,
I
thank you
can
for
hear
the
you. Can you
answer.
hear me?
I
Can you hear
believe
me?
the attendees to have questions.
So,
Yes, I can hear you, sir. I
can I say
believe the
one more thing? Can I
attendees
say
to
one more
have
thing?
questions.
Can I say one more thing?
Okay,
All right.
okay.
So okay, so one thing I want you to realize is anytime you fall, the elders always look back and learn from their
Your
mistakes.
pain.
A lot of people don't analyze and learn from their mistakes. And one thing is, uh, I love my dad so much, and I work with him. I still work with him, and one thing is when I make the first mistake when I was in school. I can remember when I was in my university days. So he's been telling me, "Come on, the way you're going, you're gonna make a mistake," and I didn't listen to him. So one thing you have to do is, as an entrepreneur, when you're building that entrepreneurial mindset and you want to build resilience, you need to have mentors. You need to have people that you can listen to, not just people that you look up to, but people that can tell you sit down here and you sit your ass down there. All right. Okay. So these are people you need to learn from your mistakes. If you don't learn from them, if you don't analyze your mistakes, trust me, you will keep falling and falling and falling and falling. But you need to persist through those challenges and setbacks. Stay committed to your vision and your goals. Embrace that failure. When I was in the sales team, there are sometimes you call 200 people per day. You call 200 people and everybody is telling you no. Do you know what the meaning of no means? No means yes in my own ears. No means yes. Anytime anybody tells me no, it means yes. I remember when I was very young and in the world, I there was this girl I was trying um to toast. That's what they call it, right? So this girl I was trying to toast. So I approached her and I said, hey pretty, how you doing? What's your name? She said, oh, she's not gonna tell me her name. But what happened? That was giving me a leverage to come back and ask for that name again. That is all you need to do. You need to keep hitting that wall harder until it breaks. Because they say if water keeps passing through a rock, very soon that rock is gonna break. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Hello.
Mr. Aliyu
Yeah,
Mayowa.
you're
Thank you
welcome.
so much. I believe a lot of us have learned a lot from you today. Being a student, or you just
Yeah.
starting a business, or you own a business. I believe this particular topic have opened your mind to, like, you can do this. As far as you just have the idea, just go for it. You can actually do it. Before that, I believe the answer to have questions for you. Please, if you have any question, do raise up your hands. Do raise the hand so we can know. Any
All right. I
questions?
think this on my screen is going to be the last thing. It's going to be the last thing we are going to do for every
Okay,
entrepreneur
sir.
or
Sorry,
for
there's a
every
question.
okay, please, let's have it.
There's a question. So, Christian, you can ask your question.
All right.
Okay. How am I loud and clear?
We can hear you. We can hear
Hello.
you. Yeah, we can
Okay.
hear
My
you.
question
Just ask the question. We can hear you.
is he talked of yes, I'm proceeding. He talked of that that in 2020 in the COVID-19 pandemic in the era of
Yeah.
COVID-19 he had that plan of like starting up a real estate. So my question is, because in entrepreneurship we have to make sure that we have to walk our dream, like we have to look after
Initially,
our
he had
dream.
the dream of
So starting a real estate. So did he change that dream, or he's still looking up to it? Then also another thing, what challenges did he face in the pandemic that stopped him from starting the real estate, that he mitigated, that will no longer happen in his life? Thank you.
I think quite catch. You said, did I change the goal? I didn't quite catch that.
Yes. I was
Hello.
trying to see. Yeah, it is like that. Yeah. Did you change the goal? Did you change the goal?
Okay. Thank you very much. Now, most people always fail because they change the goalpost. You don't change the goalpost. What you need to do is to change the strategy. Don't change your. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
We can hear you.
Okay. Goals are so big, you change them. Never change your goals for anybody. All you need to do is to put in more strategy, put in more work. Go and learn. That is why I said you need to have the place of continuous learning. Adewumi of Joberman, those are people that they went back to learn. They went back to school. If you have to go back to school, go back to school. If you have to pay, most entrepreneurs they invest in themselves. Don't say you make money and then you're blasting the money up and down. You just need to take that money, restructure your mind because everything starts with your mind. Once you miss it in your mind, you're going to miss it in real life. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Once you miss it in your mind, you're going to miss it in your head. You're going to miss it physically. So all you need to do is plan yourself properly. Hello? Hello?
We can hear you, Ali.
Okay. So all you need to do, like I said, don't change the goal.
We can
Okay?
hear you, sir.
First
Just
of all, yes,
hear
please.
you.
Don't change the goal, right? If you know the goal, you've prayed about it, you've met mentors about it, you have the gut feeling. Okay? There is something they call the gut feeling. That thing tells you when you want to do something and you have peace of mind and you are excited anytime you mention that you want to be the first person to build an aeroplane in Nigeria or in Africa or Rwanda or in Ghana or anywhere in the world. Once you have that gut feeling, that happy feeling, go after it. If it's not working, look at the ways you have the strategies you have put down. All right. Once you look at the strategies, call somebody, call mentors, pay for courses that can help you. All right, re-strategize and restructure your plan. If you put those things in check, you will be able to have capacity. Most times we don't reach our goals because we set them too low. Set very high goals, restructure that plan. Once you see that you're not getting what your friends that you're going with, the circle you are in, the network you are in, is not taking you to where you want to go to. I think you need to change those circles because I've had many times when I wanted to start making a lot of money in 2020. I I'm gonna have to say this funny secret. All right. So in 2019, I was working with some dangerous fellow that they were going to terminate my destiny because what they were doing was not going to take me to my goal, right? And I was talking to about five of them every day. I was going to work, I was working with them, but they were doing rubbish. So what I did was what I changed my contact totally. Right now, I have over 6,000 contacts on my phone because I've taken out to talk to one person each day, one person each day. Every time I go out, I meet one person I had. So what I did was I changed my friends, I changed the strategy, I invested more in myself, not with clothes, not just with clothes or caps or shoes, but in my mindset. I read books, I paid for courses, and those things helped me reach my goal. Do you understand? But a lot of people, once they don't get there because they don't have the energy, they don't have the capacity, they change their goal. Thank you very much. Hello. Hello.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much. That's so impressive, and those insights, members. Personally, I'm learning, and I'm positive that participants are also learning. So one other thing is, what are these just three qualities that really keep or distinguish a successful entrepreneur and just somebody calling themselves an entrepreneur?
Thank you very much. All right. So when you talk about entrepreneurship, it has to do with critical thinking. It has to do with resilience. It has to do with hard work. You need to first of all be a very hard worker. You need to outwork everybody. That's the first thing first. If you are not an hard worker, trust me, you are already positioning yourself for failure. And then you need to be a critical thinker, because entrepreneurs are creators. Do you understand me? Are creators. You know, most people in Africa, we are consumers. We consume toothpick. We import everything importable, right? We are not creating anything. We're not creating value. Entrepreneurs create. Entrepreneurs, they say when people are partying, they don't go to parties. They stay indoor to build their product and build their future, because we're talking about generations. It's generational wealth. At the end of the day, that is what entrepreneurs are trying to build their legacy. So they need to have a strong leadership and strong vision. They need to have a commitment to positive impact. It's not just about just having your passion alone. It's not just, oh, I have passion for this. No, it's not enough. It's not just about, oh, I have the gift of this and that. No, it's not enough. You need to be strategic thinker. You need to be able to network properly. Who are you talking to? Who are your friends? Entrepreneurs have great friends. They have great motivators. They are very disciplined. Entrepreneurs are very disciplined. Write that down. In fact, if discipline is the only thing you will have as an entrepreneur, there is no way you will have discipline and you will not be hardworking. There is no way you will have discipline and you will not go far. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you there? Are you there?
We
Are
get
you
you,
there?
Ali. We get you.
Yes. So, for example, I was looking at Jonah's uh Ashitaka story. He was born in Kampala in Uganda. He's one of these guys that in Rwanda he started this IT company, Upstake. I don't know if you've heard about Upstake. And that guy, built himself up because what? He became one of the youngest Africa's youngest billionaires. It's just because what? He was able to, have strong visionary leadership ethics. He capitalized and identified opportunities. For you to even identify opportunities, you need to be in the neighborhood where opportunities are being shared. That is why I said you need network. I recap. You need the network. You need what? Discipline. You need to be a creator. You need, because when you're a creator, that means you read a lot. You read a lot. Or because it's in Africa, we pray, open your mouth and pray. We go to mosque, we go to church. But then these people are the poorest people on earth, because what? They don't utilize their minds. Their minds are dead. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you're going to utilize your mind, you're going to be committed, you know, to building your life as a do. Make sure your life is a project that you're working on. It's going to take you very far. Thank you very much.
I like that, and I like this part. You have been very brutal, saying that we pray, then we allow our minds to die. I like that so much, and
Yes, that's what we do. That's what you find out that the average Nigerian or Rwandan or African, they just want to consume. That's the mindset we've been pruned with. That's the mindset we've been brought up with. We need to change that. This is the time, more than ever before. Now we can see, if you're not creating anything, that's why we have so many content creators, and that's why the government now wants to start taxing the content creators, because they see that they are creating money, they're creating value. You can imagine $10,000, $5,000 with 1 million YouTube subscribers, and they're making a lot of money and they're not being taxed. It's because they're using their brain, and it takes a lot to use your brain. Do you understand? It takes a lot of sleepless nights sometimes. It takes a lot of energy, because we don't like to read. We don't have the reading culture. That's why you need to build capacity. At the end of the day, we're just talking about building capacity. And another thing that you need to do was what I put here was um positive talk. When I wake up in the morning, I tell myself, Ali Oluwamayawa, you are a child of God. You are capable and confident in sales abilities. I trust myself to make informed decisions. I'm worthy of success and abundance. In fact, after this, I want everybody to say this after me. Call your name. Call your name. If you can release your mic, release your mic, because this is very, very important. What you tell yourself matters. What you concentrate on matters. If you can release your mic, please release your mic and say after me. Call your name and say after me. I am Ali Oluwamayawa. I am a child of God. Call your name, Kevin. Call your name.
Perhaps before we call the name, we want to be very cautious because we may have members who don't believe, you know.
Okay. All right,
So
that's
are we
fine.
going to
Okay, I want you to start from number two. You can start from number two and tell yourself that you are capable and confident. You trust yourself to make informed decisions, and you're worthy of success and abundance. I want you to say to yourself that I give myself to continuous learning and self-development. I want you to tell yourself that you embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, and you thrive in difficult times. We are in difficult times. Tell yourself you are unstoppable. That song says, I'm unstoppable. You need to tell yourself you're unstoppable. You can attain every level you put your mind to attain. Whatever you pay attention to grows. Thank you very much, Kevin.
Thank you so much. I'm really enjoying, and I believe members are enjoying, especially, we have the hard speakers, but you are so brutal with the truth, and the earlier we accept that truth and we start working on it, then we may not make a move. I'm learning, especially in the issue of networking, and I request you to share your links here because members would want to link with you. I've also connected with you on LinkedIn so that we build that network. Because the first thing you said is networking. You cannot be an entrepreneur without networks because
Networking is.
for whose are you
Yes,
producing
please.
or providing a service? So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
finally, is how is, or what is the role of perseverance in entrepreneurship, especially from your experience?
Thank you very much. I'm trying to put up my um sorry, 1 second. Trying to put on my socials here so you can follow. All right, so if you see this page, I hope you can see this page loud and
Did you
very
hear my
clearly.
question, Ali?
Yes, I heard your question. You're talking about
Yes,
perseverance.
we can see.
Now,
Okay.
there is nobody,
Okay.
there is nobody that has succeeded in life without perseverance. In the good book, they call it long suffering. Long suffering. You need to be able, as an entrepreneur, when you start your business, you need to be able to live on a minimal budget. A lot of people just they make money and they're not ready to be patient with themselves to see their business grow. They just want to make it. They call it make it at once. They want overnight success, and they're not ready. A lot of youths, they're not ready to take that pain. Nobody's ready to take that pain. They want the money, they want the freedom, they want everything. But yeah, that's why I put here that a lot of 99% of people, they like the idea of freedom, but they fail to attain this because they never start. And it takes energy to start. It took energy for Dangote to start. It took energy for J.K. Rowling to start. It took energy for um for Chimamanda to start. It took energy for Wole Soyinka to start. It took energy for the president of Rwanda to start. So if you're not going to be wise enough, that's the truth. The Bible even calls the good book calls people fools. You must be a fool for setting out. He said nobody sets out to build a building and you don't have the plan. You don't have the structures. You have not counted the costs. So there's always going to be perseverance. There's always going to be bouncing back from setbacks. You overcome obstacles and challenges if you have the will, if you have built the capacity to persevere. Because right now we are in hard times. Kelvin, we are in hard times, and hard times require hard people. If you want things easy, if you want an easy life, you can have, if you want an easy life, you have to be ready to do the hard things. Okay, hard people have easy life, and easy life or easy people have hard life. That's the truth of the matter. The truth of the times that we are. So perseverance helps you to build resilience. It helps you stay motivated and focused. Perseverance helps you to be disciplined. There are some businesses that you don't delve into, you don't do. All right, it might look there is a way that cement so right onto a man, but the end of it is destruction. There might be some businesses you want to go into entrepreneurship, there are some businesses that you should not be doing. You should not be doing that business. But a lot of people, because the business they were doing before, it was paying them little by little in drops. One thing I've found out, according to me, is slowly is the fastest way to succeed. Slowly, if I had stayed in my engineering job and I had worked my engineering job up till now, I'm telling you the truth, I could have made billions of dollars as I'm talking to you. I could have been one of the youngest people to make billions of dollars because what? I would have concentrated on that work. But now I had setbacks. I have come back so much, but I don't have regrets. It only taught me that this is the way to go in life. It only gave me more reason to build resilience. And I thank God for it. So perseverance is very important because it will help you to be inspired and help you to motivate others to do the same. That is what perseverance is. You can hear my story today and you're telling me that you like my story. But you see, when I was going through the trouble of that story, I didn't like myself. That's the truth. I did not like myself. I hated myself. I hated the fact that I did everything that I did. But then it helped me to capitalize on opportunities. And I can take calculated risk because what? You can persevere. But if you're not ready to persevere, you will not overcome those challenges. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. That is, members, you can still ask questions. Now the discussion is more interesting, and I would want to ask this question. You're running your own enterprise, and I know you have employees. How do you
Yes, I do.
how do you encourage a culture of learning, a continuous learning? And how do you handle
Thank you very
resistance? Of course, there are people you have employed or you employ that feel that they don't want to learn. What strategies do you employ?
Thank you very much. Now, a monkey wants to catch a monkey has to behave like a monkey. It tells me that anytime you want to um you want somebody to do something, a lot of people learn by looking, right? They learn by looking, they learn by hearing. So most of the times, what you'll be saying has to be tallying with your actions. So you cannot tell people, oh, I want your people to read, I want your people, and you're not reading. I want your people to be fast, how will I put it, to have perseverance with this, and you're not persevering. You don't, a lot of our leaders are just figureheads. They are not there to learn. Because as a leader, it means you are still learning. You can learn from your employees. So what I've devised is I show them by doing. I show them that continuous learning can help you not just by doing, but then I get the results. If you're telling people to read and they see that you've been reading for years and it's okay. If it seems that you've been learning for years and you've not produced any results, they will stop following you. They will stop believing in you. Do you understand? That is something that you need to know. You need to show that whatever you're telling people is working for you. Okay? But in Africa, we want to, or in Africa and some other parts of the world, you want to tell people, um, um, do what I say, but don't do what I do. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you have to be very, very, very um, um, exemplary. That's the word. That's how I'm able to teach people that they should read and go for continuous learning. Because at the end of the day, people can I can show you hundreds of people, that have gone ahead of me, that they read, that they did the same thing I am doing. A stupid fool can can how will I put it now? A stupid fool can achieve the same result any successful person can attain if he does what the successful person does. In Nigeria, they say something like follow who no road. Oh. In one of my YouTube videos, I said follow who no road. When you say follow who no road, it doesn't mean um, it doesn't mean uh, follow the person on the road, but it simply means copy or model a business, that has succeeded, and you will also achieve whatever that business that has achieved those things will achieve. So like I said, number one, be Be an example, be a good example to people. Don't just tell people or other people around to do that. And then you must generate results from whatever reading you are reading. You must generate results. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you again. You have reminded me. I'm speaking from Kenya, and there is a I studied communication, and most of my lecturers were teaching me videography. They were teaching me print, article writing, but no one. And I became I attracted trouble when I challenged a lecturer to produce some of the print copies or the articles, op-eds they've done, and they said exactly what you have said. Do what I tell you. Never bother about what I've done, and it's something that is very demoralizing. So the mindset here is be an exemplary. You have seen people who talk things they have never done.
Yeah.
Somebody says that
Mm-hmm.
they are engineer, but they have never even built. They have never even built or produced a sketch of a bridge. So I accept that exemplary is the only way to go. So, and in that sense,
Mm-hmm.
one time, a journalist wrote an article about lecturers who teach communication, but they haven't stepped in any media house. They have never written anything. And I happen to be part of a group where I teach sometimes second converse to Mombasa communication, and I saw how my colleagues, especially those who taught me, never responded. They were so ashamed. So I agree, exemplary is the way forward. Finally,
Yes.
as I allow others to ask questions, there is this concept of collaboration. As an entrepreneur, you have to collaborate. As you, for example, when you start now, your business growing and
Mm-hmm.
expanding. What do you say about
Yeah.
collaboration with other like-minded organizations?
Thank you very much. Now,
Yeah.
I would use an example of some companies that I know of, because we are in times where collaboration is the new competition. If you're not collaborating, if you're not coming together with people to do something, your business might die, or your business will die. So you see a lot of businesses coming together to do great things, and it's very very important more than ever before that you collaborate. Recently they gave some people a target of, I think, 300 million mark. Is it 300 million what will I call that thing now? 300, is it 300 million or 500 trillion thereabout target cap for some banks. And more than ever before, I tell people that those banks, if they want to reach their target market, just like Access Bank does, Access Bank, they buy other companies, they collaborate with other companies to generate this capitalization. But some people, as an entrepreneur, you're very selfish. Trust me, you're not ready. If you're an entrepreneur and you are very selfish with your information, with your thing, there are some things you need to still hide back. Yes, I agree. But more than ever before, you still need to collaborate with people. You see a lot of people going to Instagram, to YouTube, they are doing Instagram live together. A lot of people are doing YouTube programs together. People are, they don't have money. For you to be at the top of that chain, you see a lot of entrepreneurs and people that are on the top chain of the entrepreneurial journey or entrepreneurial chain in the world. When you look at them, there is partnership, there is collaboration, they are always behind you. When they come out as, each person comes out as each person, but at the end of the day, when you look at what they are really doing, they are their friends. Just like the Jews. The Jews will say money goes round. Money goes round 7 times before money goes out. But if you bring money to Nigeria or Africa, they said the average uh, African. I'm not trying to bring down Africa, but that's the truth of the matter. Most people, not just Africa, but you see, most people, when you give them money like that, they spend it in probably like 6 hours. In 6 hours. But if you give some Jewish man, all right, if you give them money it takes about 24 or 28 days before that money goes out. What happens is they have one friend is doing, for example, they want to build a house. One of their friend is into burglary proof. One of their friend is into roofing. One of their friend is into lintels. One of their friend is into windows. You can see that now they've collaborated together. The money goes round and round and round and round. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you with me?
Yes,
Are you
you're
with me?
saying
Yes.
we.
The money
Yes, I can hear you.
the money goes round and round. The money goes round and round because there's some form of collaboration. There's some form of collaboration at the top, and that's why you see some brands are still here today because what they collaborated. So don't think you're going to come into entrepreneurship and you're going to succeed it by doing things alone. You will never go far. What you will do is you will go fast, but you will not go far. Do you understand what I mean by that? You will go very far by doing things, bless me, by doing things alone. But if you want to go very far in your entrepreneurship journey, you need people around you. You need to collaborate. Even if sometimes you have the power to do it all alone, still collaborate with people. Still collaborate with people. Try to know how to use the principle of other people's money, OPM. Use the principle of other people's money to reach wherever you want to go. So that is what I would say. For example, Tony Elomelu in Nigeria has his friends. Otedola has his friend Dangote. Those are the people that are helping him. With his bank, and his bank is very big now. I think we have UBA in Kenya. We have UBA in some other countries. Okay, so those are the things you learn from these people, and you see that at the top they are still collaborating. Even these politicians, they are collaborating. So why won't you collaborate? So my friend, go ahead and collaborate, and you will see yourself going very, very far. Thank you.
Very, very insightful. And now, before we conclude, Christian Brian has his hand up. Christian, go ahead and ask your question, please.
Okay, I have three precise questions. Question number one, yeah. He talked of, I heard that he started up an enterprise, and I'm posing this three question in line with his enterprise. One, how do you cherish or how do you nourish entrepreneurial culture in your enterprise? How do you nourish entrepreneurial culture in your enterprise? Two, you talked of Aliko Dangote, one of the richest man on the continent of Africa. So, as your enterprise, what is that competitive edge that is making you to thrive in Nigeria amidst one of the billionaires in your country? So, what is that competitive edge? I want to understand that competitive edge, because when you talk about entrepreneurship, being entrepreneurial, it goes into innovativeness. So any person, because you have to be an entrepreneur who's innovative, you cannot do things which other people are doing. Then you are not an entrepreneur. But coming out with the new things, it makes you to stand out to be one of the leading person in entrepreneurship. So that's number two. So number three could be
Christian, are you there?
to see that, to make sure that how does how are you getting me?
Yes, you can hear you.
Yes,
Ask
I'm
the
with
third
you. I'm with you.
question.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, okay, okay. So
Yeah, I can hear you.
the
Yeah.
question number three could be, you talked about adaptability and resilience. So in
Mm-hmm.
we are in a digital era. So as you, the owner of the enterprise, how do you adapt to the technological change, technological innovation? You see, as your enterprise, how do you adapt to technological change in the entrepreneur in the environment? Thank you.
Ali, go ahead and answer those three questions, please.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, Ali, go ahead and
Hello?
answer the three
Yes.
questions that Christian has asked. Ali, are you there? Did you lose him?
Yeah, maybe because he has a network issue. So let's just round this up. In the next session, he will be available to answer your question, uh, Mr. Chris and Brian. Thank you all for joining today for this engaging session. And I want to, give my big thank you to our incredible speaker, Aliu, and Kelvin Jamo, which is the Chief uh, Communication Officer of Sustainable Africa, and Sifaura Nasiru, in which she is the moderator of the session today. Everyone in the audience, as you embark on or continue your entrepreneurial journey, remember this: entrepreneurship is like a roller coaster. Enjoy the ride, scream if you must, keep your hands and feet inside at all times. So take that lesson today and use them to fuel your passion and drive, whatever you are doing. Keep adapting, keep learning and growing, and don't forget to laugh along the way. So thank you once again for participating. We look forward to seeing you in our further sessions. Have a fantastic day. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.